I did it. I finally did it. I finally quit the hellhole they call corporate America. I finally left for good. I'm never going back. I'm never sitting in that little cube, that little square, sending emails to people I don't care about, sitting in pointless meetings that don't matter, sitting in meetings where they just talk about nonsense. They talk about the next meeting. I'm done chatting with people I don't want to talk to, who if I wasn't in that situation, I would never talk to. I'm done putting on a fake smile. I'm done putting on a different personality in order to move up the corporate ranks, move up the ladder, move up the ladder. I'm done. I'm done with this 9 to 5 corporate lifestyle, and I did it. I quit again, right? I quit my 100K job, 100K corporate job, 6-figure job again. And some of you watching this may look at me and be like, yo, is this kid dumb? Is this kid a bozo? Like, what is it? If I was in his shoes, I would be more than happy to do that any day of the week. More than happy to sit in a chair all day and stare at a screen all day for 8, 9, 10 hours. Just making 6-figure shit. And I think about that a lot because some people aren't as fortunate as me to be in that situation where they can be making 6 figures, sitting in a desk all day, right? But there's a lot more to it that I want to explain on why I quit the 6-figure job. And there's a few things that happened within my life where it made me realize this isn't for me, this career path isn't for me, and I'll go into more detail on why I quit my 9 to 5 job again and why I'm never going to do it ever again. Ever again. I'm not. Reason number 1, why I quit that corporate lifestyle. So let me explain why I got into it in the first place, right? Why I got into finance. That's what I was in, finance. I worked at these top firms, a lot of top investment firms. I'm not going to mention the names, but in my career, I've worked at the biggest firms that you can imagine, but I was working within wealth management. Essentially what that means, I'm working with financial advisors. These advisors work with clients, and our clients are multimillionaires, essentially. They're on the executive board of companies like Disney, Google, you name it, or they can just be a retail investor who just happens to have millions of dollars, right? Those are our clients. And I've been in wealth management since I've graduated from school back in 2019, since I graduated from UConn with my finance degree. I've been doing this shit for years. And I'm not going to lie to you. Every company I went to, every company I worked at, all these prestigious companies on paper, it's all the same shit, right? In my mind, I thought, I wasn't too happy on my first one, graduating from school. I'm like, not too happy. I'm just doing a lot of bitch work. I'm doing a lot of data entry. Let me go to a different firm. Let me try working with different people, maybe different clients. Let me try going to a different firm. Do that, apply, whatever, get the ace the interview. Good to go, good shmoney. More of the same. All right, that's number 2. Let me go to the third company. Just opening accounts, making asset transfers, dealing with clients who are bitchy because they have millions of dollars, so they feel entitled. It's more of the same. So on and so forth. So I did this 3 times. I've left a firm and gone to a different one 3 different times, going into different avenues of wealth management. One was a client service associate, essentially being the advisor's right-hand man, sitting in on the meetings, opening accounts, transferring money, placing trades, things of that nature. And then I went to the back office. The back office shit is even worse. That's data entry. That's literally, I get the forms from the client, I put it into the system, I open the accounts, and I'm literally just, that was my most recent job. I was literally doing data entry for 8, 9, 10 hours a day, working 50 to 60 hours a week. And they even wanted us to work on the weekends. Fuck out of here. I'm not working on the weekend. And I'm working on a winery anyway, where I make more money in one single day than I do in a single day of working at this corporate job. But the main reason, or one of the reasons I left, it is mundane, it is monotonous, and I can't sit in a square for 8, 9, 10 hours a day looking at the same screen every day, doing the same work every single day. I cannot do it. I feel like our time on this earth, I mentioned this a billion jillion times, our time on this earth is very limited. I have unfortunately had like some friends, some people around me who passed away who weren't able to hit their 40s, 50s, 30s even. And whenever someone passes away in your life, you're like, it makes you reevaluate what's important. It makes you reevaluate the things that you normally take for granted, right? Like spending time with family or doing something that you love every single day. And I knew going into that office, making that commute, doing some shit I didn't want to do. I only did it for the money, and I'm not even making money like that because of all these expenses, all these loans. Like I'm barely getting by, which is crazy to think because 6 figures back when our parents were younger was a lot. And now 6 figures now is like just getting by. But I was doing these things, realizing my life was just passing me by every single day. I'm getting older. 28, getting older. I felt like I was living the same day over and over and over and over again. I'm looking around at the people who are more senior than me. Right? My manager was like, oh, in like 3 years, 4 years, you can be exactly in my position. Exactly in my position. And then I look at him, I'm like, I don't want to do what you do. I don't. I simply do not want to do what you do. It is fucking boring. And I need to be fulfilled doing something every single day. I need to be fulfilled. I have some sort of purpose. I don't need to enjoy every single moment. I don't need to have a jolly old smile every single moment of every single day. But I need to at least want to go down that journey. Like for me, if I'm really passionate about something, if I really like some shit, I go 100,000,010% at it, regardless of how difficult it is when it comes to boxing in my case, or when it comes to trading. Right? I swing trade, I day trade. I have an investment account. I grind for the things I actually care about when it comes to running. Right? I literally grind for the things I'm actually passionate about. And for those of you that know, running sucks. But I grind because I actually like it. Or I don't like the running. I like the feeling after you run. I like the feeling of accomplishment. I like the feeling of knowing that I did something that most people don't do. Right? And going into this office every single day, there was no sense of fulfillment there. There was no sense of anything. I just felt like my life, I felt like Squidward in that one episode where it's the same. Now I understand why Squidward was always tight when we were younger, bro. I never understood that. Like he would just be angry, SpongeBob mad, happy. SpongeBob enjoyed the job. He enjoyed flipping the burgers and flipping the patties. Squidward is more of like the everyday person that despises their job, which we're at 8 hours a day, minimum 8 hours a day. And going in, doing paperwork, doing data entry, sitting in the same spot every day, realizing like our time is limited. I was like, all right, I'd rather grind extra hours with the YouTube, doing DoorDash. I'm also working at a restaurant, as I mentioned. I'd rather work more hours doing something I actually enjoy than working less and getting paid more doing something I despise. Because my time is limited, as I mentioned. Our time is limited, not just mine. Our time is limited. I don't want to be that person, 40 years old, 50 years old, even 30 years old, 35, and be like, what? Where did everything go, bro? It was just spring, now it's fall. Like, it was just 4th of July, now it's Christmas. Like, where did the time go? Sometimes working in this office job, bro, if there was no calendar, if there was no time sheet, I wouldn't know what day it was because I felt like I was living the same day every single day. I'm looking around, people look miserable. Right? Corporate life, you're under fluorescent lights, like fucking up your eyes, fucking up your posture. All these people out of shape, eating McDonald's and shit. Like, I'm like, nah, this is not for me, bro. It's for a lot of people, but I've never been made to be able to work for someone. Like, every single job I've had, I couldn't do it because I hate being told what to do, right? I'm doing the restaurant shit because it pays well for the hours that I work and it goes by because it's a social setting. But like these corporate jobs, 9 times out of 10, I'm just staring at the screen, not even interacting with anyone. Like, my social skills are diminishing by the second. And I'm like, yo, nah, this is not for me, bro. Like, this is for a lot of people. A lot of people would be fortunate, but like this is a lot for me. So last Friday was my last day at this company. If I say the company's name, you know it. It is a large investment bank. You would know it. It was my last day. I walked in to the manager's office. I had my one-on-one, or I had my one-on-one on Tuesday. I told them, like, hey, I had it last Tuesday. Last Friday was my last day. But I was supposed to have my one-on-one with my manager like weeks back, and I was gonna tell him, like, yo, I can't do this anymore. Like, I can't do this job. It's like breaking up with a girl. It was stressful. I was nervous. I was sweating, low key. Well, I walked in that spot knowing, like, I have a bigger purpose than this, right? You have to take a risk. You have to take some sort of risk, a calculated risk. You can't just take risks and then not have a plan, right? I have a plan. I'm going to discuss my plan in later videos, but I took the risk. I took the leap of faith, knowing that my life, just like that, can completely change. Knowing I don't have to go into this office anymore, knowing I don't have to do this work, knowing I don't have to grind for something that's not making my life better, right? I'm grinding for someone else's dream. I want to be able to put 8, 9, 10 hours into my dream, not 8, 9, 10 hours into someone else's dream who doesn't even know I exist. So that's how I look at it, right? These CEOs don't know who you are. You're just a number. They can let you go any day of the week, right? These corporate politics, that's all it is. It's all who you know, right? Unfortunately, that's how I got the job because it's all about who I knew. That's not how smart you are. It's just not for me, man. It's not for me, like, putting on a facade every single day, knowing that I could be grinding on the YouTube with the trading, with my editing, video editing. Like, I can be grinding towards something tangible, something that's tangible to me, right? And I know what you're thinking. You're making 6 figures, bro. Like, just work on your side hustle outside your 9 to 5. That's literally what I was doing. I've been doing that. And I got to a point where I was like, I can't. There's so much nonsense. Like, I'm working until 9 p.m. and I'm tired as fuck when I get home. I didn't even have time to go to the gym because the gym is closed by the time I get home. And then I got to edit this video. Tired as shit. Not giving my best full effort. Drinking mad Red Bull and coffee. Just to be able to get through the day. I'm like, nah, this is not it for my health. This is not it for my mental. So I had to go. So now I have the free time to work on my craft. I have the free time to do what I was put on this earth to do. And I feel like I know I will be a millionaire. I know I will have tens of millions of dollars. There's a version of me that already has it right now to this day. I just haven't got paid for it yet, but I am a millionaire. I'll be a successful trader. I am a successful trader. I just have to scale up. And I'm not going to put all my eggs into the trading basket, into swing trading, day trading, or even my investing account, long-term investing account. I still have the backup, the the restaurant to fund these dreams. But sometimes in life you have to realize enough is enough, especially when you're not, like, tomorrow, the next day, the next week. You don't know if you're gonna be here still, right? You don't know that. No one knows that. Like, no one knows. No one knows, bro. And as I get older, I realize this. I always felt like I was invincible. But you gotta take care of your body. You gotta take care of your mind. You gotta take care of the people around you. Because no one knows when it could be the last day. So do something that you actually want to work towards. If you're in a 9 to 5, grind on the side. Grind on the side until you can leave the 9 to 5. Until that side gig funds, or you're making enough to fund your expenses. I don't believe someone should be stuck in the rat race just because that's what they were told to do, or that's what their parents do, or right? People look down on all these other jobs, but corporate life is not it, bro. Corporate life is not it. It is for a lot of people. Don't get me wrong. It's just not for me. It may not be for you. I don't know. But grind on that side hustle. Grind on that side gig until you can make it your main gig, or even put all your eggs in one basket. Worst case scenario, in my mind, if I put all my eggs in one basket, worst case scenario, I could just get the job again. You can just get the fucking job again. You can just get the same position again. Like, those jobs are always going to be there. But this is the youngest you're ever going to be. That opportunity to do whatever it is not always going to be there. That opportunity to grind on your side, whatever it is, it's not always going to be there. So grind at the thing you want to do. Do what you need to do in order to free yourself from the shackles, free yourself from the golden handcuffs if you are getting paid a hefty bag, right? My main message is, my one tangible thing that you can take with you is, look at the people around you. Look at the people you love. Look at yourself in the mirror and be like, bro, it's a blessing to even be alive. It's a blessing to be breathing. It's a blessing to wake up, be able to see, hear, whatever, eat. What is it, 1 in like 400 trillion to even be on this earth? You're more likely to win the lottery like 10 times than you are to be born. So make the most of it. Don't waste it. And worst case, if you fail, you can just go back. But it's not a failure until if you quit, then it's a failure. But if you don't quit, if you fall back, just keep going, keep trying. Because what else at the end? What else is there? Once you're gone, you're gone. Like, once today is done, it's not coming back. So I'll leave you with that. If you're in a similar situation to me, just know there is a light at the end of the tunnel. My next video is more of my update on what I'm going to do, and more like break down more in detail. But this is just the why. And I know some people will resonate with this. Leave a comment below. Comment pineapple. If you made it all the way through, I want to see something real quick. Comment the word pineapple if you made it all the way through. And fuck the rat race. We out.